Am I back this time? Am I actually back this time? I think my network is being dumb. I hate my internet provider. I think I might be back. Oh, good. I'm back. Okay. So my SP is really sucky. So, anyway, so you made a cute bubble skirt. So bodices are very hard. Um, I've not done a lot of just bodices. I've done corsets. I made a corset for Ren Fair a few years ago. I used a like a pattern generator for like a historical corset. Um, but I haven't done a lot of that. My husband usually does that type of thing where he'll make he usually makes my costume and his costume and then I make the kids' costumes. Like I've made like a Moogle costume and um corset back this character. Oh yeah. Well, see the corset that I made, I used eye hooks on the front and then it laced in the back. But it was very much like it was the very low dropped V waisted one. I think it was an underbust corset too. But I made that. No, actually, no, I think it had the bust on it. I don't know. I'd have to look for it. But my husband usually makes the more complicated stuff. But he's been sewing, like he's made himself like all of his trench coats were made by him. And he's been sewing since he was little. Like that was one of the things his mom would do with him was to sew. And I learned to sew pretty young too, but I made mostly like stuffed animals and things like that. I didn't make clothes until I was an adult. But I usually have to make my kids clothes from like with no pattern, like for their costumes, the chest area, the bodice. So the best, I think my there there's a my husband uses a an online pattern generator for you can find one for bodice patterns and you put in your measurements and it will do it exactly to your measurement. So you can so it'll actually fit you so you're not like using a standard pattern that you know, not everybody's the exact like a size 4 or a B cup. So, you know, it will give you exactly what you need. Yeah, video tutorials. So that's why it's there's one that you can plug in all your measurements and get exactly what you're looking for. Um like with your particular sizes. So that's what he's used for mine because after I had children, I went from like a B cup to like a G cup. So there was a big difference. I would have to ask him, but he is not currently home. I think they went to. Oh, why am I here? Oh yeah, I was gonna buy some seeds. Um, 5 days. We'll do some lettuce. Um, yeah, I'll see if he has it when he comes back. I can ask him. He he's used it a few times and it works pretty well. But yeah, it's a and then there was also the one that I used for It was like a historical one, but for the corset pattern. But that one I have no idea where it was. Yeah, toddler patterns are really easy to make work because toddlers are pretty much just rectangles at that point. I think I did use a pattern for um I based like one of the Zelda tunics that I made on a pattern um of a like button down shirt because I needed a collar. But I ended up making it a tunic from that. I just basically did it for the sizing. But a lot of times with kids' clothes, you can just use a piece of their clothing to draft something. That's what I did for the Moogle costume. I made a little zip up hoodie and then some just fleece pants. And then I made a little, well, it wasn't a hoodie, it was just a like a jacket. And then I ended up making a little over the ear hood. Um, and put a little, I used I think I used 3D printer filament for to put the little pom-pom on the top. Oh, we've done duct tape patterns too. Like we made a duct tape body thing. Sadly, it fell apart pretty quickly. But we've done that. He used that to make some foam armor for me at one point. So, yeah, we've done that. I'm glad I didn't just sell my weapon. Let's dump this so that I have space. That is not what I'm trying to dump. I need those. Don't need these. Let's get this planted before I forget. I find it very interesting that we all have very similar hobbies and interests. I guess it makes sense if we all like this game, right? Listen to the bodice length requirements. Well, that's the thing. That's why you need to make like work from one of those things because you need to know how long the bodice needs to be. I have a long torso and I also have long legs because I am like 5'10" and a half, 5'11". And so I know exactly what you're talking about with trying to get it the right size. We can't really like buy things like that for me. We'd have to make them. And my husband, at least, like, I'm hoping that, like, he's on a new antidepressant and he hasn't wanted to, like, make costumes the last year or so, but I think he will, he thinks he's feeling a lot better and has had more interest in that kind of stuff lately. He definitely has been like short legs, a long torso. My favorite dressmaker, Ethan dresses. Oh yeah, that's the thing is you find something that could definitely work, and then it's always out of your price range. It's like no. That's why a lot of the stuff like we make for ourselves. Like I actually bought a dress that I thought was going to work real well for me, and it didn't. And so I ended up having to basically remake it. Like I took it in, changed the sleeves because the sleeves were very ill-fitting. I've had to do a lot of modifying to clothes. Yeah, it is very I've always had a hard time. Like I used to do freelance graphic design work, and all of the stuff that I did was like either from like word of mouth type stuff, or family members would recommend me to somebody. I've gotten burned that way too. Like people don't pay you when, you have a contract and then they don't, like a verbal contract. That's why one of the reasons I stopped doing freelance work was just because I couldn't just, I had a really hard time, you know, charging people because I didn't feel like I was worth that much. And it's really hard to market yourself. Like I had an Etsy store at some point. I was making machine embroidery designs and stuff like that. But I ended up not um selling very many of them, and I was just like, it's not worth my time anymore. I never got to wear dresses yet. It's altered. Yeah. That's like everybody's body's different, and custom clothing is so expensive comparatively. So that's why I will buy something and I'll have to modify it. Yeah, and that's the thing is over like I never knew exactly how much to charge word of mouth baking, the many people that worked. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really hard to market yourself. And I always feel like, okay, well, if I try to market myself, I'm too annoying to do that, or um like I don't want to bother people, so I just don't do it. I had a real hard time. Like I finally got my setup done for streaming, and it took me another 2 weeks to work up the courage to go live. And it did take me like a whole 2 months to get set up, but I was working on getting um ooh, did I want to make sure I did that one because that one was hard to get originally. Did I donate that? Okay, I donated it. All right, I'll sell those. Let's see, the awkwardest part. Yeah, that's like let's see. I I feel very awkward, but I'm doing fine. It's fun meeting people that are have very similar interests. It's been a lot of fun streaming the last couple weeks. Well, um the PNG tuber is actually not hard to do. I showed yesterday on my VOD, I spent a little time showing Lady how I set up my model. It's just doing it. It's having the artwork, splitting it up into layers, and just doing it. That's forcing yourself to do it. And I have so many different costumes for different games that I want to play. Um, and so I've thought about doing the live 2D, and I'm sure I can figure it out because I tend to be able to figure stuff out with, I'm a graphic designer by trade. So I was able to figure it out. I know that not everybody's a graphic designer, but this particular program that I'm using is really simple. It's not very user friendly or intuitive. Well, it's user friendly once you know what you're doing, but it's not very intuitive. So you kind of have to um yeah, the PNG tuber is a lot easier to get started with. And if you can make it yourself, then you're basically at zero cost. It just takes your time. And so the only thing that I spent the money to buy the cords and things like that for the HDMI cords and my capture card. But I already had my computers. I'm running a two computer setup because my laptop couldn't handle running OBS and the games. So I'm running it through a capture card. I should have watched tutorials on OBS and things like that, but I didn't. I have to figure it out myself. My husband watches tutorials and he researches the crap out of things. And yeah. Well, you could definitely buy a refurbished computer through Amazon and run off that. The one that I am actually streaming off of is a very old computer. It is at least, it's about a 10-year-old computer. It's got a 4th generation i5 processor. And apparently we're on the 14th generation. So it is very, very old, but it works. And like some of the refurbished i5s or i7s on Amazon are like $200. So yes, it's a little bit of an upfront cost there, but that's still better than like a $1,200 streaming PC, you know? And then I'm using my laptop that's like a 4-year-old i7. And that's what I run that on. But I have a capture card, so I can play like Switch and things like that. I think I might be ready. I think this is going to be enough money to get me. I think that'll be enough to get me my level up on my pickaxe. So I'm going to grab all that stuff. And see, I can't use tutorials. Like I said, I have to try it out. I'm self-taught with like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, um uh Clip Studio, that kind of stuff. Yes, I've watched some tutorials, but I have to I only watch it partially and then I try to figure out, okay, so it's over here and that's how I do that. Okay. But like with the PNG tuber, if you're interested, I can show how it works if you're wanting to make a PNG tuber, but I don't know, did it help you, lady? Are you going to try using PNG Tuber Plus? Because it looks a lot simpler than what you were doing. Like, I think it would be a lot easier for you to get what you're wanting, especially with different, like, emotions and stuff, emotes. I just keep forgetting to use my toggles. Because right now I have to have 2 keyboards because I'm using 2 computers and it makes it hard. What I should do is I need to get like a Switch or an external like a Stream Deck type thing so that I can change my emotions. So the WTF and then the crying. I'm so sad. No. So and then it makes it so that I'm actually typing in chat, which is probably not the best idea. There we go. That's what I get for having it over in chat. So, yeah, it's a little more complex than what you're doing, but I think it would save you time with the animation. I would download it and play around with it and watch some tutorials on it, but it's it's really not that bad to use. Once you figure it out, it's pretty simple. Especially where to make like new emotes or different costumes, it's just replacing the body in the model once you have it made. Like if I were to do a live 2D, I would probably just have it animated from the neck up so that I could continue with the items. But then I can't use the hair stuff. I'd have to animate each one of those. That's a lot more work. Yeah, well, you could definitely do the ear flick if you separated the ears in the program, and then like every time you talk, it would flick it instead of just being every once in a while. But you can use GIFs in the program as well, so it's not like you wouldn't be able to use what you had. Like you didn't wouldn't have to split it in as many parts as I did. It's basically just the eyes, the mouth, and anything that you want animated needs to be taken off. I'm sure if you have the patience to watch more tutorials, you could figure out a lot more than I was able to figure out. I just zone out when I'm watching tutorials. I'm like, okay, I got my answer, and now I'm not listening. That's why I'm glad I have my husband, because he can definitely make up for my shortcomings when it comes to tutorials. I'm like, I gotta figure out how to do this, and I can't figure it out. And then he'll watch a tutorial, and then he'll show me. Yeah, it is fun, and it does take it has a learning curve. We'll just say that. Like you have to figure out how to, and like mine's very large, so it took me a while to figure out. Like this, my model is like version 4 or something like that. So, but I could still work from my original drawing that I made. So originally I had like my costume for my character was like made out of trash bags because trash panda, raccoon. But I didn't like how it turned out. So that's why I went with the other one. But yeah, the standard one is on this Be Rock Back screen right here. That's the standard outfit that I ended up doing. And I kind of just matched it to the red glasses that I had. I also had an image of like let me see. Me Here, let me get over here first. Let me see if I can pull it up. I like had an image of like in a dumpster. I can find my old images real quick. That's why one of my icons is this. Because I had images in a dumpster. So I made a dumpster and stuff. But oh, I have some of the costumes like in an image that I sent somebody. So there's the Breath of the Wild image. And then my Cult of the Lamb costume. I could definitely show off some of the costumes if you guys are interested. I know that Lady has seen all of them. I haven't made any new ones in the last little bit, but I have Coral Island, Cult of the Lamb. I have a Genshin Impact one. I have a few Zelda ones, like 3 of them. Slime Rancher, Star Rail costume, Dragon Quest Builders 2 costume, Final Fantasy 7 costumes. Costume. I've got Final Fantasy 10. I've got a Lulu costume, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone, Astroneer, and Odin Sphere. Those are the ones that I started with because that's what I wanted to do. I went with a raccoon because my husband calls me a raccoon because I act like a raccoon. But I did mine as a vector because I don't know, it was one, a challenge because I don't do a lot in vector, and two, I wanted to be able to use the models for something later. If I decided to do the live 2D or whatever, I could make them higher resolution. And then I wasn't stuck with whatever native resolution my model was in. Foxes, raccoons, red pandas. You went with a deer. Well, the deer is fun. It's different. I think you did it because you like having an idea of the antlers. What you should do for like holidays or whatever, have like ornaments hanging off of your antlers. Like you could like if you're doing a spooky one, you could have like a spider or something hanging off the antlers, or like some ghosty ornaments or floating candles or things like that. I think that would be fun. Right now, I just need more money in this game so that I can actually continue with the main quest. I need a better pickaxe. Has ribbons all around them. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I want to see, I'm excited to see the other things that you've gotten done. I need to, there's some other games. Like I've been thinking of, well, now that I have Bear and Breakfast, if I'm going to play that, I've got to make a new costume and I've got to figure out what I want to do for that costume. So I'm going to have to either like look at some of the characters, maybe do Barbara's costume, or do a bear suit or something. I don't know. I have no idea what I want to do. I also could just use, my standard model. That's why I have a standard one, is so that if I don't have a costume for like a one-off game or something like that. But I don't know. I've been just really hyper focused on this game, and I wanted to play the Zelda game, and I was gonna. And I thought about playing the Zelda game a little bit later today too, but I honestly don't know why my husband is taking so long. It's not like Subway is that far away. Maybe they decided to get something else. But yeah, I've been trying to decide if there were other games that I wanted to do next. Like I have like all of the games that I've made things for, I've got the games. And they're games that I've been wanting to play. And so before I started streaming, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to play Astroneer. So I started playing Astroneer again, and then I made an Astroneer costume, and now I'm like, I don't know if I want to play Astroneer on stream. But I did hear that they are coming out with another update soon. Yeah, themed outfits. See, I also thought about just doing themed outfits, but oh, you have a shark one? That's so cute. I thought about doing a mermaid costume for, I should really do that now for Coral Island. Do this particular mermaid costume. Because then I'm not just the mayor. I can pick between ones I want to be. I also was like, well, maybe I dress up as another character. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I should take some time and draw out some more ideas. I like having direction, like with the particular games that I'm playing. Like I had a really hard time drawing the basic outfit. I just drew something that, okay, well, I would wear this. I would like wearing that. And I didn't even sketch anything out. I just made it in Illustrator. I was like, okay, this is what I want. I like having more of a direction. I kind of have to sketch something out before I come up with what I want it to be. All right. But originally, I was going to just add different hats to my model or things like that. So the first different thing I made was this hat that my model is currently wearing. So I was like, I'm going to play Coral Island first, so I will make a Coral Island one. And then I'm like, you know what? I really should just make the whole outfit to match. And I'm like, I've already made his hat, the mayor's hat, so I might as well dress up as the mayor. All right, let's go. I still have stuff. Okay, can I? All right, make some of that. Use up these. All right, let's get this stuff sold. Oh no, I put my gold away. Need to remember to go and upgrade my pickaxe. So use Pinterest for ideas. I kind of just like, okay, what type of feeling? And then I just Google to find ideas. But I use a lot of reference when I'm doing my particular character. But I have to draw it out because the character's never the same body type. So I have to try to make it adapt to my character. But I like, so I need to make some like vision boards for costumes and stuff like that. All right. Oh, shoot. I didn't even read that. What was that? tomorrow. Cherry Blossom Festival. Did I miss it? Or is that what this is? Is that what it was the Cherry Blossom Festival? Oh, I really hate when people, yeah, that I hate when the people just show up at your house and you're like, I'm trying to do something. Same with going into a business or you're trying to do something and then it's cutscene and you're like, seriously? Seriously? Inspo to make my own. Yeah. Oh, goodness. No, I don't want to consume the sugarcane. I am, however, going to make that out of it. I need a mill so that I can make sugar. Okay, spring veg and spring fruit and then flowers and then this and go feed my animals. Let's see, I had one of those vacuum salesmen at my door and they wouldn't stop. Oh, so in real life. I hunted a few nights ago because my mom showed up at 11:30 at night with a bunch of circus. Literally only live in the middle of nowhere. And oh gosh, I thought you were meaning in the game. I haven't had any. We usually get people about like roofing and solar panels. And I'm always like, I would have to discuss this with my husband, which is code word for get out of here. I'm not interested. Hello, doggy. I wondered what took you so long. Why didn't the chickens come out? Did I hit it twice? They're always like, well, you don't know what you're... Yeah. Defense against the missionaries. Oh, missionaries! We get missionaries too. We also get Jehovah's Witnesses. I need to put out a... I've seen signs that are apostate, and if you put a thing, this house is full of apostates, they'll leave you alone because they don't want anything to do with apostates. We get the missionaries. We haven't had any missionaries in a while, but we get them.
I think this one's yours.
Oh wow, that's a huge sandwich. Oh, is it because of the $5 footlongs? Or $6 footlongs?
No.
Probably. Thank you. I got a dirty soda and a Subway sandwich. I guess that's what you call them, is dirty sodas. The ones that have sodas with like syrups and stuff in them. Most of the missionaries that go to my mom's or sister's houses are guys, so it makes the game easy, or game to see how quickly I can side. So, do you, are you talking about What type of missionary? Because we get missionaries. We get Mormon missionaries a lot. She said, sorry, I'm eating a Subway sandwich. She said usually Mormons. Yeah. We get Mormon missionaries. We also get Jehovah's Witnesses. There's a community of the Jehovah's Witnesses that are not too far from us. So we get those. Plus, there's a high density amount of Mormons in my area. I know all about Mormon missionaries. I know all about the Mormon church too. I know a lot less about Jehovah's Witnesses. But we definitely know about the Mormons. Oh, your mom was baptized in 2015. Did she leave the church? Yes, no, she's slowly reintegrating to it now that her husband passed away. Yeah, well, they really lay it on thick when someone passes away. That if you're not in good standing, you'll never, they really lean heavy into the only way that you'll be with your family members after is if you're Mormon. So, and that you're active and all of that, especially if it was like a Mormon funeral. Mormon funerals are absolutely terrible. I was actually, oh yeah, they aren't Mormon anymore. See, I was let's see. Um see 20, no, 30 years ago? Yeah, 30 years ago I was baptized as a Mormon. It's the religion we grew up in. I've been out. We've been out for a long time, like 15 or 16 years. We still went for a while though after. Sorry, I don't usually eat on stream, but I'm really hungry. Oh, I forgot to upgrade my tool. I never. Yeah, profoundly pagan. So I'm just agnostic. You kind of don't, if you're raised in one of those and you find out that it's all, poppycock, a lot of people just kind of turn away entirely from religion. It's real hard to want to be even remotely religious after that. A lot of religious trauma. I'm just kind of glad that, like, we're not raising our kids religious. But if they're interested in it, we'll support them in that. And that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of organized religion at all. There's a lot of abuses and stuff that can happen with that. Yeah, like, my kids have gone with their grandparents to church and stuff like that, but they've never really been interested in it. We couldn't even get them to believe in Santa Claus, let alone anything religious. My daughter was the one that was the longest at believing in anything, like Santa Claus and stuff like that. All right, go make your Tiny Terror lunch. Yeah, so I don't know. Agnostic is kind of atheist. It's agnostic atheism, but I just don't know. That's where I'm at, is I don't know. If there's something out there, then there's something out there, but I'm not actively seeking. I can kind of only believe in things that I see. Exactly. I'm Everybody should be able to make their own decision on their religion or what they believe. Though, if my mom or dad brings up anything religious, I will give them a little sprinkle of truth about the stuff that I found out about religion. I don't really talk about it unless people talk about it with me, because it's not important to me anymore. I'm through all the anger about being lied to all my life type of thing. I still flip off churches, though, when I drive by. Just the churches that, like the LDS churches, the Mormon churches. I'm allowed to be angry. My parents were really, like, my mom thinks that she's failed as a mother because I don't believe anymore. There's a lot of religious guilt for her. They they think that I'm going to what's called outer darkness just because I'm no longer Mormon. Outer darkness is worse than hell. It's the void, basically. Because I knew the truth and I turned my back on God. So it's hard on them, especially where it's, they're taught that everything revolves around. It's all about Gleep. Yep. All that Gleep. I always tell my kids that, like, there's no such thing as sin per se. There's things that are illegal and not moral. But just because you lied to me doesn't mean that you're a sinner, or just because you showed your shoulders or had a coffee. Well, that's a really nice belief. I hope that there's something after death, but if there's not, it's not going to make a difference between, for me. I think it'd be fun to be reincarnated. I think that there is probably something because of like ghosts and stuff. I've seen some pretty sketchy stuff that I would imagine that that's a possibility. We live in a really old house. We've seen some interesting things, heard some interesting things. One of the really cool, like, we've never felt threatened in our house, but some of the really cool things are like hearing old timey music, like piano music, just out of nowhere. We've heard what sounded like our son run up to our room, but he was asleep. Um, Other things like seeing something out the window, the mom being beguiled. What? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I've heard what sounded like my kids yelling for me. And I'm like, "What?" And then they're either all asleep or I've heard them call for me and I'm the only one home. Like, I don't know if it was specifically, it was just somebody yelling mom. So, where we live, there's a lot of natural quartz. And so I've heard of like things like residual hauntings and things like that. So we think that like the music and things like mom being called are probably from that. But like I said, we've never really, we felt creeped out, but we haven't felt threatened. There's not been nothing like there's like I've also lose things a lot. Like I know I put something somewhere and it's not there and then it ends up back there like a week later. Stuff like that. Things getting moved. But we also have children, so that could be children. We do have a theory on grays that they're just your children because I'm very blind, so I wear glasses. And a backlit child with no glasses on looks like a gray. My husband had a time that he got really creeped out because our son came in and he couldn't see him and he picked him up and comforted him and he was like, if I go into his room and he's in his bed, I'm going to lose it because he just picked up this tiny creature. It's because he was so quiet and he's never quiet. He was never been a quiet kid. Like the fact that we thought that he was running in. We've also heard footsteps in the attic and nobody's up there. Like somebody walking across the attic. And it's pretty evident. Our house is really old, so you can tell if there's somebody upstairs walking around. But yeah, he's always been really heavy-footed. And so when he didn't hear him come in, he got all freaked out that it wasn't actually him. Oh, I'm disconnected again. Am I?
Yep.
It looks like I am, though. Oh, okay. Well, it says that I am. Oh, darn it. I have not gone into my greenhouse in a couple days. All of the things. I knew it. Full inventory again. Yeah, we definitely think that there might be something here. Um, we're not worried about it though. It's never felt threatening. Like in our apartment, I had felt threatened in our apartment. Um, that was, I don't know how many years ago. 13, 12 years ago. Like I would get creeped out. There was a few times that I was like, there is something in this apartment. But I've never felt that way here, which makes me happy. But our house was built in 1892. So there's probably a lot of stuff that could be in our house. Oh. Well, if it could be that there was something there before you lived in the house or before your house was built. There's a lot of Native American stuff around where we live. We're lucky though that we haven't had anything like that in our house. Anything scary? I don't know. I've been creeped out, but not like I didn't feel like I was unsafe. I'm just trying to get this all cleared out. Oh, so you're near the Appalachian. Did you get affected by the hurricane at all? Built on an Indian burial ground. It was only found when they were digging something up in the background. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Yeah, we found like where I grew up, we'd find like arrowheads and things like that. When they were digging near my parents' house, they actually found petrified like gopher holes and stuff like that, but nothing, no like anything other than like arrowheads and things like that. Oh, okay, I'm glad you didn't get affected. That's crazy though that they didn't know. Well, there's it just makes me sad how much of the Native American culture was destroyed between, the settlers and the conquistadors and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of Native American massacre sites near where I live. I just got ranch all over my sweater. I've seen some creepy videos of like supposed ghosts on battlegrounds, like just walking through the tree lines and stuff. There's not a lot of history in the West other than the Native American history. It's only a couple hundred years. There's a lot more back east. All right, so it's the Cherry Blossom Festival. Hey, I got my first aging barrel. Okay, I'm trying to remember what I need to put in the soup. I know I need to put in something that's worth a lot of money. Maybe a blue pumpkin? I know wine is the best, but I didn't have an aging barrel. Okay. I don't have anything there. I think it'd be fun to live on the East Coast. I want to live in like an old church. I've always wanted an old church. And you can't find really old churches out west. At least not ones that aren't, like office buildings. I want like an old stained glass type church. My husband wants to take one and make it into a brewery or something. Yeah, like an abandoned church. Yeah, we've definitely wanted, like, we saw one that was, where was it? It was in North Carolina, and we saw one there, and it was in our price range. And for a little bit, we considered the possibility of, you know, selling our house and moving just because we want that church. Oh, plantation home. Yes, yeah, they are controversial. I like the style of them. I think there's some in the Northeast that are in the same style as the plantation homes that aren't actually plantation homes. I have a hard time wanting to, I don't know. I have a hard time like moving my bedroom from one end of the house to the other. So moving across the country, I think I'd have a problem. I hate change. I get really upset when things change and it takes me a while to adjust. Well, I would imagine most plantations were in the South. Like, though slavery was a huge thing everywhere. So, there were even like, hi. There were a lot of slaves out west too. I just think it's absolutely horrendous what people will do to, you know, other humans. Like they don't even see them as humans. That's all I want is like everybody should just be, they're all humans, so treat them as such. I even treat my kids. I've always called them tiny humans. That's one thing my kids have always said is that we always treat them like they're people and not children, and that they really appreciate that. Yeah, that's very true. The I know a lot of people feel like they should all be torn down, but they're historical. I just I don't know. I would have a hard time living in one just because of the history of it. But there's some people that wouldn't. Like I'd have a hard time like knowing what went on. Um our house, like I said, was built in 1892. We know who a little bit about the person that built it. I don't think he was ever married, but we don't know much about any of the other people that lived here. I know that there have been people that have died here. Um, the one of my neighbors said that the lady that used to live here, she grew up across the street, and she was the nicest old lady that would give them cookies all the time. That's one of the things. That's like I don't know much about the history of our house. It's been updated. It's had a lot of the original woodwork taken out, but it also has some of the original. So they would paint the softwood to look like hardwood, and so we have like the pioneer style painted woodwork that looks like hardwood, but it's painted the grain and stuff on it. So it's kind of cool, and it still has like we still have some of like the Victorian gingerbreading or whatever it's called on the outside. My sister thinks we should get rid of it. She's like, "When are you going to modernize your house?" And I'm like, never, because we think it's cool." All right. Um I think I can go do the Cherry Blossom Festival now. Hey, sweetheart. Do you think you could wrap this up and Oh, I hope I didn't put my pumpkin away. Oh, that's smart putting it in the little fridge. Did I put Oh, good, I didn't. So I'm trying to finish the last bite of my sandwich.
Someone else wants it.
I know the dog wants it. I'm not going to give it to her. It's mine. And definitely, like our house is old enough to be considered a historic home, but there's been so much done to it that it would take so much effort to get it back to where it was. Like it has an addition that was probably done in either the late 80s, early 90s, and it's got a cinder block foundation on that part. Like the whole house has a rock foundation, like a stone foundation. Home decor. I think I'll get those two things. Like we found some of the old baseboard in our closet, and it was the whole like 12-inch big baseboard. Oh, I'm sorry about the wasps. We get wasps too. So many wasps. For the longest time, we were getting them in our house. They were living in the door frame for our back door. But luckily, we were able to get them killed. Like, we would get them in the winter because they were living in there. So they were nesting in there. We've also had birds nesting in our roof. Oh my goodness. I can imagine there's a lot of spaces for them to make little nests in the shutters. I don't have any more food. I am sorry. Stop growling at me. You have your own food. You don't need you giving me your paw is not going to make you give you food any that I don't have. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. Someone's begging for food. I'm sorry. I don't have any more. Oh. Yeah, they're just hard to get rid of. We get them on our porch and stuff and in our eaves of our house. They're just everywhere. I'm so sick of wasps. They're always really hard to get rid of. Like I said, we had that one that was there for years. We were finally able to get rid of them. So we'd get wasps during the winter in the house, and we're like, where are they coming from? We thought maybe they were coming in through the vent from the water heater. Because we kept finding them by the water heater. Yeah, our house is, I think it's a little under 2,000 square feet. So it's not a huge house, but it's decent for what we paid for it. And it's worth like 2 to 3 times what we paid. So we definitely, if we sold it, we'd have enough to buy something else, but we definitely couldn't afford the house that we have now, like for the cost that it is worth. I saw a TikTok video the other day of a song a guy wrote about how he should have bought a house while he was a fetus, because then he would actually have a home. And now he'll just be renting his whole life. Because he didn't have the forethought to buy a house when he was a fetus. And I can totally relate with that. We really lucked out buying at when the housing market crashed. We had been looking before the housing market crashed, and then just after is when we bought one. But it was really hard finding a house in our price range originally. Most of them were like basically we would have to start from scratch. It was like down to studs. We were just looking for something that was livable. It didn't have to be perfect. But we definitely wanted something that was move-in ready. So I'm trying to do this. Yay, I got 3rd place. Like there were 2 or 3 houses that we looked at that had ceilings that were caving in and or plumbing problems. This one was definitely move-in ready, but we found out later that it did have plumbing problems. We ended up having to call a plumber within a week because we had sewage backing up underneath the house. It was wonderful. All right, I'm ready to see if my pumpkin was good enough. Because I got gross the last time because I forgot to bring something, so I just tossed in something weird. This soup will reflect the unity of the town. It's time to taste all you made together. Blah, 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 blah. Delicious! The soup certainly tastes good. Local products are great. I did it! Woo! I finally get my first outfit that I can change into. And my first decorative something. All right, let's go to change wardrobe. Now I'm very girly. All right, I can go pick up my pickaxe so I can now try to get down farther in the mines. Hey, everything is ready. Are the peas still not ready? All right, that is all. Just my first strawberries. I'm gonna make some strawberry juice. No, don't consume the strawberry. No, keep clicking the wrong direction. Don't think you can do cane nectar in the aging barrel. Nope. Let's go get this sold. I don't even think, do I have the cheese press unlocked? I don't think I even have the cheese press. Nope, I don't have the cheese press. Huh. Probably because I haven't, I don't know. I don't know why I don't have the cheese press yet. Okay, that is not flowers. Let's do, now that I'll be able to make mead, start with that. I forgot that I can make mead. All right. I really need to sell some of these. I don't need that many. All right. Go grab the stuff out of here. Okay, so I can't do that. We'll just sell those. I need to go pick up my pickaxe. Oh, I gotta go feed my animals first. I really need to be fishing and stuff. Especially where it's raining. But I need to look up which fish I need to catch still. I'm not that worried about fishing right now. Keep forgetting. Should just keep this in my inventory. I need to really do some more research. Now that I have a little bit of money, maybe I should. I do need to get a mill, though. I don't remember what I needed for the mill. So wood, this, grab the resin, grab the stone, and copper, maybe? Let's go see about leveling something up. I'm gonna run out of money again. No. Okay, so I can upgrade that. Oh, I need more kelp essence for those. Sure. This is what I really need right here. Flame essence, water essence. Flame essence, water essence, and a battery. Definitely can do that. So then I'm closer to other. Let's go back here. Grab my batteries. Oh, I don't even have flame essence. Well, never mind. Can't even get that one yet. Apparently can't reach that far. Yay, a red snapper. Nothing new. Right. Grab my pickaxe. All right, now I gotta go and buy a mill. And I can go mining. Oh. I haven't even upgraded my house yet. Oops. I can do that with bronze bars. I'm so lacking on things here. All right, let's go with a mill. Don't need a well. Go with a mill. And I don't know where I want my mill. Maybe right there. Maybe I put it down here. How about right there? Well, I definitely don't have enough copper. Blimey, rain. What a day, huh? Oh, neat. You seem to be enjoying the rain. I like it myself. In a way, rain is the beginning of all new life. After the rain, everything looks so fresh and new. Whoa, whoa, my cow, wait! A few minutes later. Oh, that was new. We've never had a cow run away from a barn like that. She was probably confused. The rain can do that to animals. Have you tried this? Where were we? Well, I was definitely trying to not talk to you. That's what I was doing. All right. Put everything away. Ooh, I need copper. Let's go like this real quick. Let's get rid of this. Rid of the egg. Oh, Fields of Mystera, you're stuck at the early access. Yeah, I was that way with Slime Rancher 2. I was like, what do you mean I can't use drones? What do you mean I can't do this? I was pretty sad. All right, let's throw that in there. Let's just throw these in here. I won't need any of that in the mine. Hopefully I'll remember that they're in there. Let's go mining before I run out of daylight. That is not the mine. Oh, everything to do in these games is mine. I got to level 6. You can't go any further. Oh. So, I've wanted to play the Fields of Mystra as well. I really like these type of games. But I haven't. I was like, I gotta finish, you know, this before I can do that. Ooh, big slime. Oh my gosh, that is so much better. No 2 hits on rocks anymore. Definitely worth it. Once I finally get some copper, I'll upgrade my house, I think. Then I can have a kitchen. Then I have to buy all the cooking stuff. Yeah. I spent forever on Coral Island. And then when they did the update on Coral Island, mine just kept glitching and I was just like, you know what? I can't even do it. So I'm gonna give it some time until they work it out, and that's when I started to replay. Oh, I already found the way down. Duh. I need to look into some more of the games. I also like playing the what is it called? Atelier games, I think is how you say it. The alchemy ones. I really enjoy those. The whole gathering aspect and crafting. I played a bunch of those. I have some of them that I got for a decent deal on like the Switch. Though I'd prefer to have like the the physical copies. I have Ryza. I like Switch. I don't have a Steam Deck. My brother keeps trying to sell me his Stream Deck because he has a second one, but I just haven't. You know, I couldn't justify the cost when I already had a Switch. And now I need a new computer, so not going to be getting a Steam Deck anytime soon. What I really need to do is just buy a base computer and then buy the parts. Or just buy the parts. It'll be cheaper that way anyway. Yeah, I would like the Steam Deck too, because then I could play games like this on it. But then I can't play like Zelda and all the other Nintendo only games. Like I have been playing the new Zelda game, which I've been debating whether or not to play more of today. Like getting off this and playing some. I've bought so many Switches. I bought the original Switch. I bought the one that had the better battery life, so the version 2. And then I bought the OLED, and we bought a Switch Lite, and we bought one of the Animal Crossing Switches, because my husband needed a Switch, because we gave his Switch Lite to my son. And now my son uses my my Gen 1 Switch. I'm going to die. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the Switch 2 when it comes out. So, husband needs to start saving up for me. Since I use his money to buy all my games. Just kidding. I use my money sometimes when I get money, like my birthday money, though I tend to use my birthday money on the kids. And my parents give us money for our birthdays. And I just stick it in my wallet and then I'm like, oh, here's cash. My kids need cash, so here, have some cash. But yeah, he bought me the Zelda game. He pretty much buys me everything. I don't make anything. But I save us a buttload in daycare costs. So I call that even. Plus, I hang out with my husband on his days off, right? I hope you have a good day too. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun chatting with you. I'm really wanting to play Zelda now that I've talked about it. Oh. Enjoy the cake. All right, let's see if I can make it one more level. Now, don't you dare hit me. I don't want you to hit me. No! All right, I'm going to kill myself. I'm not careful. Don't normally take this much damage. Oh, I need to go upgrade my pickaxe. As in, I need to get my enchant leveled up. All right, where is the way down? I need to go and mine some more bronze. Is this something I need to look at now? All right, I made it. Got 10 more levels. Let's go dump stuff off and then level up my pickaxe. Don't remember what the house needed. Okay. Don't have anything here. I think I took care of my animals. So I need this, and this, and this, and this, this, that. All right, I'm going to sleep and do a quick be right back. All right, I'm back. Hey, I got the cheese press. I can make syrup. From sugarcane. Peas are finally ready. Potatoes. I need to go get some seeds and replant. Can't remember if you can make vodka from potatoes or not. I know you can make it in Stardew. Put these with the other. Sell that. Grab this. I should really do the house upgrade. Don't remember what I need. So I'm just gonna grab random stuff again. That is unless they're not open on Fridays. Never remember what days everything's open. Oh, got this. Oh, I don't have enough room in my silo. Milk. Did it disconnect again? That's weird. Oh, I just realized I had my headphones on backwards. I was wondering why it was pulling funny. Okay, I've got the juices for wine. Actually, I'm gonna sell this one. It's fine. I'll just sell them all. Oh yeah, I was gonna craft a cheese press. I can finally make cheese. I'll make some mayonnaise. So do you think I should switch over to Zelda, or should I continue playing this for a while? Hmm. And I think my mill is ready. All right. I will, after this day, play some Zelda. Okie dokie. Let's go and see if I've got the stuff to upgrade my house. I'm definitely going to make it look different this next time. Are they closed today? Okay, they're only closed on Sundays. Okay. All right, which design do you think? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I'll let you pick. Number 3 was this one. Number 4 is the really modern, and number 5 is the. It reminds me of Final Fantasy X. And 2 is very Japanese. Or Asian. You like 3? All right, we'll go with 3. That's the one I like too. I finally have enough money to get some of the stuff that I need. Ooh, I have money. I can buy another animal. I should do that. Okay, so I can't buy a pig. I can buy a sheep. Don't have a coop level 2. All right. Oopsie. Is that how you spell mutton? 2 T's? I'm evil. I'm just so evil. Chicken nugget. Pecking and now mutton. All right. The grain chest. Throw those in. Drop off those. I have some stuff to prospect out. Put that back in there. medicine. Let's go and pop open the geodes. I've got to look. I'm a trash panda, you know, right? Gotta go through the trash. Ooh. I think I got some that I now can turn some in. I've been trying to collect at least 2 before I turn anything in on the gems because sometimes they're really hard to get and I want to make sure I have everything. So if I go like so... Oh, I don't have room. Nope, they're all new ones. Alright, I really need to make a new chest. Pretty sure I've donated that. None of these have been donated. But I want to keep... Wait a minute. Why did I put them back? I need to get a fish pond. As well, so I can duplicate my fish. My pink snapper. Or I could just go catch a new one, but... Why would I do that? Oh my goodness, I have 2... Holy crap, I have so much trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7,000 trash. Use some of it up. Okay, now I'm curious. What it takes to buy one of those. Oh, I need to go pet my new sheep. Okay, so I don't have enough money, but I have all the other resources for a fish pond. Oh no, I didn't let all my animals out. Naked sheep. All right, I just have 1 fossil. I think I can probably make it down in the mine. There's only there's one of the fossil nodes that you can't get in the ocean and can only get from mining. And I think this is from one of those. I'm probably getting close to getting most of the fossils at this point. Let's see. I'm really close to the artifact collection. And I'm about halfway with the fossils. A little over half. Let's go to the mine. Finish out this day. Then I think I'm going to take a little break and get on Zelda. See if I can make it down 10 levels. Should have brought some food or something to make sure I make it. Though I do have a whole bunch of ropes that I left at home. Could just rope it down. Can you fish in this? Sand? Just wondering. No. Be kind of cool if you could pull out like mud skippers or something. Okay, see if there's anything else in here to mine. I don't want to fight you, dude. That guy's stuck in the ground. There we go. It's like, where's the hole? I'll just go. Just trying to get down lower. Finish up this cave. And then I can do the fire one. Oh no. Well, I looked out there. See if there's anything here that I need to get. Nope, nothing here. I love it when it automatically has the hole. All right. There are so many rocks in here that if I get really bad RNG, I'm going to have to clear them all. Definitely done that before. I could make some dynamite. Let's make a couple. Let's move the milk pill. Well then, RNG is not with me on this one. Let's kill this guy. I forgot that I needed to go get more bronze. How close am I? 2 more. Let's make a couple more bombs. There's the hole down. All right, let's go. One more level. Okay, nothing there. Come on. I want to get done. And done. Last cavern opened. Did it again, human. The cursed tablet you have broken. Free Gru should be above. We go check. Gru! Chief! Gru happy, happy. So happy Gru can whoosh. Who this, Chief? Yes, freed you, this human did. Oh, thank you, human. Gru zoom zoom now, because of human. But Chief, where are others? Grog and Gong are in the village. Just two? Goom. Wait. Into the fire gate, human go? No, still do not cause of stone. Dangerous fire can be. What fire? No dangerous fire. Good fire cook. Yum yum food. But fire burn. Fire hurts. Gong. Grog. Fire is unpredictable. 4 giants enter mine, but see only 3 statues. Be careful, human. Must remember. Maybe in Firegate, human will find other giant or become stone. So there are more giants? Yes, there are. Hope to goddess I am that safe you are in Firegate. To village we go. Gru, Gong, Grog, Goom Goom. Okay. See if I can claim. Oh, okay. Claim reward. Claim reward. Actually, do I have a couple geodes I can go get cracked. Well, that was worthless. I was hoping for some gems. Haven't turned very many of those in. All right, let's clear up some of this. The remaining energy for the day. They can go 2 apart. Okay, let's cut down one of these and hope to get... I need oak, which is this one. These over here ever grow? No, they're too close together. Move them farther apart. All right. Sorry about the dog barking. I had some littles come home from school. Oh, I have some of those. Should definitely keep those in my inventory. Get these sold. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take a few minute break and then I'm gonna come back online and play some Zelda. So pick this up probably either tomorrow or Monday. Okay. Thanks for joining me today at playing Coral Island. Have a great day.